What a great thought. Pure, unlimited possibilities. And that's what you are. It's really important for me today to remind each and every one of you how wonderful and magnificent you are. And to remember myself that we were created by infinite universal consciousness. And that consciousness never dies. That consciousness is eternal. That spirit, you can call it God, you can call it anything you want. But today I want you to remember that it's you. That whatever it is that created you, wherever you came from, you have to be one with that. And you have to be exactly the same. So if there is a loving creator, guess what you are? A loving, beautiful soul that's creating in the same way. They say in the image and in the likeness, but it's more than that. We are creative beings from our consciousness, and that's what we're going to learn today. Each one of us has a special gift to bring to this world, and that gift is our authentic, individual expression of the divine. You are the perfect expression of God, just the way you are. Just the way you are, authentically yourself. What it looks like, how it manifests, it's all part of the adventure. If I knew it all, it wouldn't be fun. I like to be surprised. Surprises are amazing. And each and every day, when we affirm the truth and we do bring the affirmation of what we call absolute truth into this relative realm, and then we watch it happen before our eyes in ways that we could never expect. One of my favorite artists, Pablo Picasso, I visited his museum in Barcelona, by the way. It was amazing. He said the meaning of life is to find your gift. Find what you uniquely have to bring to the world. And the purpose of life is to give it away, is to actually do it. Of one thing we can be sure, if we are genuinely seeking meaning and purpose in life, we're going to find it. When we realize our own divine nature, which is what we're doing here at Unity, the journey will be guided and led by Spirit. Every step of the way, we can have confidence that we are guided in the right path because it's led by the unfailing universal mind of God in us. For the greatest gift that we have to offer is our own true self. God manifesting through us. That's what we are, and that's why we're here. And the way that happens, that's up to you. That's the cool part of the adventure. That's what makes it so much fun. Perhaps we'll be like Picasso and we'll bring our true self to the world through painting, or maybe it's music or dance or engineering, woodworking or science or writing or healing or meditation or any combination of outward expressions. A lot of us do a lot of different things. And that's incredible and wonderful. That part doesn't matter so much as the intent behind it, the love you put into it. It's the love that you put into everything. It's not how much you give, it's how much love you put into your giving. Because remember, you are the gift. You're the gift. It's not the physical expression of your gift. It's how much of yourself you've put into it. How much love you've put into it. The expression is simply the vehicle for you to give the light within you. To shine it. To give it away. So that divine being that you are needs a conduit through which you can release your imprisoned splendor. The light within you, the Christ within you. We had a class yesterday. I'm supposed to talk about that a little bit. about the principles of unity, the 5 basic principles of unity. And this morning, I got a gift. I ordered some books last week, and they came in this morning. 5 principles. I have one for you. They'll be down in the bookstore after the service, along with some snacks and refreshments and scintillating conversation. And one of the principles, the second principle, is that there's a divine spark within you, the Christ light within. And that you are inherently good. If God is good and only good, then you are inherently good. You may have a mistaken idea about yourself and the world and be acting out of fear, but that doesn't change your innate goodness. Human beings have a divine spark within them, and that means they are inherently good. Isn't that wonderful? That gives me great hope. It gives me first hope for myself. Because we had discussions about how often when we were growing up, we were told we were bad, we were sinful, we're making mistakes, we need to be better, we need to change ourselves. We never were, taught your authentic self is beautiful and in fact carries the spark of divinity into the world. Nobody ever told me that. I had to discover that over years of trial and error and being a workshop junkie. Going to every single church and spiritual group I could find all across the world. Finally, I end up right back home on Cape Cod in this little Unity community, realizing that this is the place that we're transforming lives. It was wonderful. I wouldn't have traded any of that. But the truth is, I didn't have to go anywhere to find it. Everywhere I went, I was still there. It was still just me with myself and the universe. And it didn't matter if I was in India or if I was in Australia, if I was in South America or Europe. It didn't matter who I was with. I was still with myself and my own experience of needing to discover who I am, what is my gift, and how to give it away. And it's just that simple. Finding the conduit, your unique talents. That's the meaning of life. And finding ways to give it away is the fun part, the purpose. It makes it so much fun that's my purpose. How much can I give away? How can I give it away? Where can I give it away? Who can I give it to? It just makes it so much fun. If you're not having fun in life, try it. In this little book, Ellen says, try seeing, Ellen Davenport, the author, she says, try seeing the divinity in everyone. Just as your own exercise of living these principles. No one has to know you're doing it. Try to treat everyone as perhaps the Messiah in disguise. The Savior in disguise. The Christ in disguise. Try treating everyone as if they are the light of the world. I didn't put this quote on a slide, but I remember Wayne Dyer saying, treat everyone, see the light in everyone, and treat them as if that's all you see. See the light in them, and start to treat them as if that's all they are. Is light, the light of God, the light of love. Start to treat people that way and see what changes in your own mind. See what changes in your own life. Do it internally, and it will happen automatically in the external world. Simply finding your gift, it's not enough. To be truly fulfilled in life, you have to give it away. You have to share it with others. I could be the most accomplished guitar player in the world, but if people don't hear that music, haven't fulfilled my purpose. You may have found meaning right, in playing that instrument or whatever kind of talent you have, but now you have to find a way to make it purposeful and share it with others. In fact, the more you give yourself away, the more you're going to experience the divine nature of your gift and of yourself. You have unique talents that we used to say have been given you by God. However, they have been refined by your soul over many lifetimes. Same thing, saying it from a different perspective. They've been refined talents by your soul over many lifetimes. You're perfecting the divine in you through these particular gifts and talents that you have. You have been on this quest, not just in this lifetime, but for every lifetime that you've ever had. This quest of spiritual, conscious evolution of your soul. And you know it. And that's where the fun begins. When you know that that's what you're doing here. When you know that that's what your purpose is, to give that gift away. It all becomes so meaningful. In fact, the more you give yourself away, the more you're going to experience the divine nature of yourself, and you're going to experience the divine nature in everyone and everything. It's not hard at that point. It's automatic. You just begin to see it and feel it. You feel your oneness with everything. We can say it intellectually, but I want you to go out and experience it. I want you to experience that. And of course, you're only giving to yourself. A Course in Miracles says, to give and receive are one in truth. Whatever I'm giving, that's what I'm receiving. Everything is actually a gift to myself. I love it. And if there's somebody that you kind of don't have the same opinion of the world with, or somebody that just rubs you the wrong way, start giving them something, some form of love that you would like to receive. Start treating them that way. There's something I learned a long time ago called karma marketing. Do you know what that is? You go out and help your competitors. Oh my God, I can't do that. I'll go out of business. No. Go out and help them. You share all of your tricks of the trade with them. Share leads with them. Share your business with someone else who's your so-called competitor. And watch your business explode and become so successful you never could imagine. I used to think, I used to be in remodeling and painting. And on the Cape, there are more carpenters and painters per square foot than anywhere in the world. You're behind a van and and the next one and the next one and the next one. Like, where did they all come from? And I used to be in competition with all of them. And finally, I just stopped doing that. Finally, I would just go up to them and I'd go to the job site and introduce myself. And I would say, wow, you're doing great work. Can I have your card? And if I went to a job at Estimate and I didn't get the job, I'd say, you might want to try this guy or this woman. She's a great painter. They have a great company. Maybe they'll give it to you for less than I can. And I had a whole book. In my briefcase, I had hundreds of business cards from other painters and carpenters and plumbers and electricians. And I gave them all great references. I would get to know them. They're my neighbors. They're my friends. They became, some of them, my friends. They're not your competitors. You're not competing with the person next to you. Oh, this doesn't sound like good business to me. It's karma, my friends. It's karma marketing. What I am cultivating is a sense of worth in my neighbor. And remember, what I am giving, I am receiving. Because to give and receive are one in truth. I didn't know I was going to talk about this today. Some of you obviously have financial considerations and concerns. Get out there and love your neighbor and your so-called competitors. Help them in any way that you can to be successful, and you'll be successful as well. I want you to be successful. Your success is my success. Oh boy, this is going against my way of thinking. Yes. And so I want you to employ this. I want you to apply these principles in every aspect of your life. It's not just enough to think, oh, this is a great intellectual idea that we are all one. Start acting like we are one. Like the folks that you meet on a daily basis are your brothers and sisters. And that we all have the same interests. To give and receive are one in truth. And if oneness is actually the reality of all living things, as I give, I am essentially extending my awareness of myself, right, as a part of everything. If I'm aware that the divine lives in me, that essentially I am God, or part of God, not the whole of God, but part of God, wave on the ocean. When I act that way in relationship to you, you're going to feel the same thing. Even if we don't intellectually discuss it at all, you're going to begin to feel the same way. It's amazing. Try it. Try it with the people that you disagree with the most. I'm not kidding. They've become some of my best friends. So simply finding your gift is not enough. You're going to have to give and allow it to be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. It will be poured into your lap. For with what measure you give, it will be measured to you. As you give, you will receive. It's not New Age or New Thought. It's just biblical. It's just been around forever. I think every tradition has this idea in one way or another because it's an essential truth of being a human being. As I give, I will receive. You don't need Luke, but some people like to have it, pointed out that it's biblical. This is biblical truth. Luke 6:38. Just give, and the more you give, the more you will receive. The measure that you give, put it to the test. Give what's comfortable to you. See what comes back. Give a little more than that and see what happens. I know it's like you feel like nervous about it. But remember, nervousness, anxiety is just the other part. It's like it's the same energy as excitement. When I used to be in theater, they used to tell me that. You get really nervous before you go on stage, and they go, that's just excitement. You're just excited to get out there and perform. I'm nervous. I'm going to forget my line. No, you're excited to deliver those lines. Wow. See how it's just the other side of the coin. It's taking the same energy and perceiving it differently in your mind. It's just energy. Oh, I got all this energy in my body. I must be filled with anxiety. No, you could be filled with excitement. No, it's anxiety. No. Whoa, who says? Come on, guys. I told somebody once, you just want to be upset. And they ran out on me. They slammed the door and went the other way. I don't want responsibility for my own thoughts, my own actions, my own feelings. Why not? That's where all the fun is. That's principle 3, by the way. I create my experience by the activity of my thinking, my feeling, and my beliefs. I'm creating my experience. It goes on to say everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought, or the energy frequency that you are emitting at this moment. thought includes your emotions and your beliefs. The universe does not understand words. It speaks the language of vibrational frequency of energy. And that's why you're here, because you wanted me to tell you that. The universe speaks the language of the energy frequency in which you are vibrating. It will match your energy and give you exactly the same frequency in which you are emitting out from yourself. Whatever you want to claim as your truth will be your truth. Isn't that wonderful? And you can go all the way up to absolute truth, which we always do here because it reminds us that I am bringing into manifestation, right, through the pure substance of love in me, my world in harmony with all that is. I love it. I'm bringing it to manifestation. And so that makes you the gift to the world. You are God's greatest gift to this world. So give yourself away and watch what happens. Remember, the measure of your success, the measure of your abundance, the measure of your prosperity, the measure of your happiness depends solely on the measure of your giving. Get that in your heart. Because I know all of you want to be happy. You want to be successful. You want to be healthy. You want to be abundant. You want to have great relationships that work 100% of the time. You're sick of arguing with each other. You're sick of fighting with the world. You're sick of being sick. Start giving. Give yourself away 100% God's self. I am giving to the world. Friend of ours, Jackie Woodside, she's doing a conference somewhere, and it's like a big conference. She does all these wonderful things all over the world. And I wrote to her on her Facebook page called The Vibe Tribe. It's really cool stuff. And you know Jackie. So I tell her, go get them. I see you impacting their lives in such a wonderful way. And she says, I'm always giving away my God self. Wow, that's exactly what I'm talking about. What are we giving? We are God's greatest gift to the world. And when you're aware that that's what you're giving your God self to your neighbors, you are going to have a great impact in their lives. You really are, and you really do. I'm so grateful for you, all of you who are choosing your God self over this false idea of a separate and limited self. You know you're not that. You just know it. Stop pretending to be something less than you are. Be your God self. I wake up in the morning, Lily and I first say, I claim a blessing for this day. And then I say in my own mind, I choose to be my God self today. I make that choice. Otherwise, I'm going to start complaining from the first minute I wake up. Oh, my back. Oh, it's so cold outside. Oh, this and oh, that. They didn't even plow the driveway. Oh, my goodness. And on and on and on. Holy macaroni. I got a hole in my sock. Well, you know what I call them? Holy socks, man. That's my sacred footwear. Don't you be talking bad about my sacred footwear. That's a holy sock. And I want to live in a holy, holy way. So whatever it is you want to see in the world, my friends, if you want to see it, you're going to have to be it. You're going to have to be it. Yeah, I know. Isn't that cool? That's a Cape Cod girl, too. Come on now. You want to see it? You're going to have to be it. It's you. It's all on you. You're going to have to be the gift. Why? Because you are God's greatest gift to the world. The truth is, you are a being of pure possibility, living in a universe of unlimited possibilities. From the infinite field of possibilities, I see you creating your world by giving of your gifts freely, without reservation of any kind, and flowing in harmony with all that is. I see you doing that. I claim it for you. I see you being your God self, today and every day, for the highest good of all. I see you living in a holy, holy way, and recognizing that you are God's greatest gift to the world. So it is, my friends. I love you.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass., and visit us online at unityoncapecod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.